And now for the magic. Ready for this magic? Here it comes. Okay. Okay. So let's try this now. Okay. By the way, this clampetron I just put on there to add weight to this side originally until I added this other boom here with a wheel on it, but I think that it's decent enough to allow, you know, the wheel is good enough, I think, but I kind of did overkill. Wow, this is overkill too. Because I'm going to have to let go of this. Okay, good. He's up. He just doesn't have to fall now. Okay. I think the mission would be like 2 hours long by the time you boarded all your guys. I know there's a mod out there for boarding up Kerbals onto your spaceship into containment pods and stuff. But this is ridiculous, but it's cool. By the way, I don't think you guys seen the inside of this latest ship. These are a bunch of fuel tanks. They're all suspended on these structures here. I don't know, lattice structures or whatever you want to call them. And I did that to kind of isolate it from the motion of the boat a bit. I'm not sure how well it works. I've strutted it all to hell. And then I've put fuel lines, dual fuel lines, in case one gets ruptured. I'm just so into redundancy. And the center here is where your guys get up. So I kind of hollowed the vessel out a little bit to make it kind of cool to, to work the way I wanted it to. Look at this guy. So I can just make him fall off whenever I want. And as far as I know, you can just walk right through all these fuel lines and stuff. The fuel lines themselves aren't structure, so this is awesome because now we can we can tour the boat now. This thing is just massive. What I need is another opening on the top so I can actually get a guy up on deck and into a command module. I want to make a tower, like a con tower. I think that's going to be one of the final pieces I make for this, is a con tower. So it should be pretty neat to see what we can do with this, but hold on a minute here. Let's see what he's gonna do. I hope he doesn't. I don't want him to fall off, but let's see. In any case, I think I'm gonna go put this guy on the ladder. Yeah, this is very annoying. I don't know why it's spinning around like crazy on me, but it's doing it. Okay. Just gonna go up to this ladder, grab it. I'm gonna walk him up the ladder. I'll walk him up to the second ladder and let him hold on. Okay, and then I'm just going to jump back to this ship again. Okay, so I'm going to leave one guy on here because I need somebody to actually get this thing out of here. I'm going to turn on those motors. I'm going to turn on this. I should put this to another action group or whatever, but I never bothered. So now we're gonna just thrust up until we can turn out of here, clear this thing. Oops, I forgot to turn the brake off. That might help. Takes a little while for the brake to come off. There we go. And we'll toss the brake on this. He's gonna leave. He's gonna sit here while the other guys take off in their vehicle. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Here's the ship, and we're ready to leave, and it's nighttime. Okay, let's see if he falls off. Let's see how the other guys hold on. Take the brake off. Get into the water, see if we can't get over to that island where that airstrip is. If you keep an eye on my my time here, once I start moving, you'll see how much time's elapsed and how long it takes me to get there. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this ladder up and we're gonna go. There he goes. So you definitely want a module that can hold a guy. You don't want to be we'll hold it at 30. So there's not much different in terms of parts. I do have front mounted control surfaces. I have 2 of my internal turbines on this vehicle. So when I accelerate, I can see this guy sliding off. Watch this. See? He's slowly sliding off. He will probably fall off the end of the ladder and die. So I gotta just turn off the acceleration a little bit here. We're getting close to the water anyway, so I wonder if I hit the brakes really hard if you go forward. If I hit the water at 30. So there isn't much different on this. Like I was mentioning before, we have the 2 new back corner pieces here. We have the loading ramp, which doesn't really work on land for anything because it's meant to be on water. I had an idea to make an extendable ramp off the back of this that would actually go down for driving land vehicles on, but I just can't get an animation working, even of a simple box extending. It's just, you know, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that, but I'm going to tackle that at a later time when I have more time to actually discover and, you know, come up with new things. But I'm going to try to get all the basic parts for the boat done first so I can get those out to people, and then I'm going to concentrate more on the fine parts, like the elevator idea I had and the back ramp and a couple other ideas I have. So here we are going into the water. This thing's tough. It can go in at about 30 if I wanted to, but I'm just going to let it go in nice and easy because these guys are hanging on for dear life here. Oh! Okay, so we did get him on. You see that part move around was crazy. I think it's because when I put these pieces back on, I never put any wheels on them, and that, see right there, and that end just hit. It hit the end of the ground, the land, before it actually got into the water. So it's important to have at least 1 wheel on each one of these sections to get moved, to get in there. See, this is at a good level. I could probably take him swimming, get him back in here. I'm not going to try it though, not on this game, not on this mission. This mission is basically just to get to the island. I don't know why, but I can't get up. I can't get up. Ah! Oh man. I'm in trouble now. Hold it, hold it, hold it. On here. With this. Okay, so he's pretty much out of the game here. He's done. Or not, he's not going to make it to the island. The island. So, he's done. We're gonna leave him behind in the dust here. Okay, here we go. Let's give ourselves a 3rd throttle. Hit the engines. He's definitely not gonna make it. Where's that island? There we are there. Okay, so if you take a look up here at the time, take note of it. I'm gonna see how long it takes me to actually get over to that island there. Now I am using the control surfaces on the front successfully, and it actually does steer the boat pretty well. I found that using those control surfaces in that manner actually works. So you don't need the thrusters on the end, but it's good to have the thrusters in case you need that extra turn force that you could require. So I'm just going to nudge up the power to 2/3 here. I don't really need all this crap because I'm not using mech jeb on this journey. It doesn't hold the boat steady at a certain pitch or heading. I don't know why. Oh, we got some minor disturbances in the water. Hopefully nothing rips off. Okay, minor. I'm gonna just max out the engine and see how fast we can go. I'm just nudging the control surfaces at the front to kind of keep me steered. Oops, there he goes, and there goes the centerpiece, so we know there's a weak spot there. Oh crap. Okay, so he ended up not making it for sure. I think he's dead. There goes the other center section. Now I can bring those landing gear up. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. They're not going to fall off. But the center sections are gone. I added those last, so I'm not sure how the node's connected, but these here should be strong. I've noticed that a lot of the wobble is gone out of the vehicle too, so it could be that those ramps are causing something to happen. And we're up to 61.8 full power out of 2 turbines. Oh no, he's still alive. We have to go back and get him. Run him over and make sure he's dead before we leave. Okay, so still traveling. We've put a few minutes behind us here, 3 minutes. Once we got to the water, once we started going forward at full speed. We're slowly building speed as the weight comes down. If you take a look at the resources here, it is using, you know, quite a lot of the liquid fuel. Probably dropped about 300, looks like 300 units so far. So that's doing well. I did put temperature sensors in here, so we could take a look at the temperature sensors. Whoa, he fell off. That's not a good thing. So we could take a look at the temperature sensors in here on the front that I put on. They're basically on the front of these fuel tanks to make sure no heat was coming from the motors. The motors don't throw heat to the back. They exhaust it through another means, and they put the power. They don't thrust out the back. They thrust to shafts or gears or whatever you want to call it, and they drive the boat forward through whatever means you want to imagine for now. It doesn't cause any heat in here. In here's great storage area, and you know, allows you to do whatever you want with the interior of your ship and place your engines wherever you want. No smoke trails, no nothing. We're beyond that. We have excellent technology. Actually, I decided to cut back now because we are very close to shore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start throttling down. I don't suggest, I mean, you probably could just jam the gas down or whatever, but I'm just going to lower it to 2/3 power and slow down gradually. So it's a little deceiving, we are a little bit far away yet, but... So after those 2 centerpieces fell off, it didn't self-destruct any further. It's lasted since then, so I think that the problem is how they were connected. I did have 4 struts attached to it that are exceptionally strong struts, but if they're not connected properly, then it doesn't really matter usually how many struts are put on there. It could also be that the landing gear on each one of these other center sections is actually keeping the effect of the water from damaging it and knocking it off. So I'm going to try putting a couple wheels on there and see if that makes any difference on the next trial run. But I probably won't record that one, of course. So we're getting close. I'm going to put the gear down. Now, might want to, coming out on an angle, might want to twist and turn like that. But we're out. So what's the time? 13. So we made it here in about 7 minutes, and that will do it. I'm gonna hit the brakes full power. Go. Just to show you. See? A little bit of motion in here, but she's tough. She can handle a full brake. Doesn't do an endo or nothing like that. Now where is this guy? There he is. Okay, so he's practically, he might even be unconscious at this point. I don't know. So let's just see if he's there. Where is he? Come on, buddy, get up. Yes, he's made it. He's alive. Anyways, I don't know if this is going to be safe for him to jump off of. You can see that there's a little bit of deformation in the ship up here. You could probably double strut some of this stuff just to get rid of any possibility of that, you know, causing an issue. I'm just going to let him fall. If he dies, he dies. Okay, he didn't die, so that's good. So, I've successfully landed a guy on this airstrip here. And I don't know why I'm walking in circles, but maybe he's dizzy. So here's a view from underside of this thing. You see, it is slightly larger than your average spaceship. And it performed well, and I'm happy. And that's one step closer to having this thing done. I'd really like to get a couple more parts, get the con tower, get another nose for the boat that's at least, let's see, 4 sections, maybe even 5 sections wide. That way everybody will, you know, be able to put a front on the boat. It has a back now that seems to be working quite well. So that's all I have for now. I just wanted to show you that. I made it here, and have a good night. See you guys later. I did also want to show you guys a ship that I made, totally launched, totally legit. I didn't use any magical engines, nothing like that, and I did use a few pieces from my ship parts. So I've used a few of the side pieces, you'll recognize them here, and the centerpiece here. That's all I used from it. That's the only magical parts we got on here, no other modded parts. I do have my Fuel-tastic to regenerate fuel, but it's really, really abysmally slow to regenerate these, so it's not even cheating. That's how slow it is. Anyways, I have, you can see the number of massive fuel tanks. It pretty much took all the fuel in those, plus a bunch of, you know, components that I had dumped just to get up into space. I'm actually going to want to turn this prograde or retrograde so we can actually get the sun on those panels. I thought I'd just show you that quickly, and you know, to show you that the parts can be used to do something other than boats. And that's my baby. So yeah, this will be heading out to a further, like a really distant planet. The difference between this one and many other spaceships is I have the actual lander here is on the bottom. I wanted to do that. A lot of people are calling them sky crane. I don't know what to call it. It doesn't have any Kerbals in it right now, so I'm just going to recharge these tanks. I'm going to get another Kerbal up here, get him in there, and then we're going to use this as a delivery vehicle to another planet. And then when it lands, it's going to have a whole whack of you know, capabilities here. I'm thinking a low-G planet, so I can not have to worry too much about impact speed, because it will be coming down quickly if it runs out of fuel. So I don't know if it uses too much fuel to get down to the ground, it's not going to be successful. Anyways, I just wanted to show you this. It's pretty cool. I should show it to you also completely ready to launch on the launch pad, so you can get a sense as to how it worked. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.